former NBA first-round draft pick Jonathan Bender is here to talk about his old team, the Pacers, and his new endeavors. It's time for SI Now, powered by Ford. Hi everyone, welcome to SI Now, powered by Ford. It's Wednesday, April 23rd, and I'm Maggie Gray. My next guest played 8 years in the NBA, 7 of them with the Indiana Pacers. He's now the founder and inventor of JBIT MedPro. Jonathan Bender is here. We have to start with your former team. All right. In a playoff battle right now with the Atlanta Hawks. News today, Lance Stevenson and Evan Turner had to be separated before the playoffs started. Clearly something is happening in Indiana that's not good. What do you see from a bird's eye view?
It happens. Every team, not everybody's going to get along 100% of the time. So every now and again, you'll have those little ruffles that come in here and there. I think that they'll get their chemistry back. I think this is just a minor setback for them, and they're going to be okay. I've seen it before.
Can you get the chemistry back when you're now in a pressure-packed situation like the playoffs?
I think they've been through this point before. Last year, doing what they did last year, I think they got a little experience, especially Paul George and some of the other guys. So now this year, going back into the playoffs, which is indeed pressure, but having this extra baggage as far as guys, having their misunderstandings and stuff, I think that they should get their bearings back fairly quickly. It shouldn't be a problem.
You were drafted right out of high school.
Uh-huh.
Looking back on that decision, did you make the right choice?
Yes, I think I did. I have no regrets about it.
How did you know that?
I knew that because I had a contract. And I knew that because, coming from a small town, which I came from, and having a big opportunity like that, you definitely don't turn it down. I was the first one to come from that area, and definitely to have the opportunity to put my city on the map and go and represent, Mississippi. I felt like it was a great opportunity, and I have no regrets.
And you had a long career. Now I've gone on to more things, which we're going to get to in just a second.
Uh-huh.
The new NBA commissioner, Adam Silver, has said it's a priority for him to raise the NBA age limit to 20. Okay, how do you feel about that?
It's just weird to me because, like we said before, you got soccer players that come out when they're 14, 13 years old. Tennis, 13, 14, 15 years old. Baseball guys still get drafted out of high school. I don't understand the reasoning behind it. Do they really want these guys to get a better education or to stay in college longer, or is it something else? I don't know. I don't think it's called for.
You have gone on to invent this product. Mm-hmm. It's called MedPro. It helps people, athletes and regular people, relieves pain on their joints. How did you come about inventing this? Was this because you needed it because you were in pain?
It was out of necessity. Obviously, I was troubled by chronic knee injuries back in 2005 and 6. And I was looking for something that could help take the pressure off of my knees and really engage my quad muscles, which I needed quad engagement to protect my joints. And developed it. It was fairly easy. It looked like crap, absolute crap when I did it the first day, but after refining it, it became to be a pretty good-looking product and worked very well.
How did you teach yourself to be a businessman?
Books. Books and audio books, a bunch of audio books. So I kind of turned down the hip-hop, started turning up more of the audio books and trying to get more knowledge about where I was trying to go,
For people who would say an athlete should go to college because it sets them up for their career after their playing days are over, you're self-taught and you've done very well for yourself. How are you able to do that?
I think it's knowing your end game. I mean, when I was headed to the NBA, I knew the NBA was the end game and I knew I had to prepare for it. But most people now go to college and don't really know their end game. So I think if you know the end game in the beginning and know where you want to be, where you truly want to be, then you would take the right steps, whether that's going to college or whether that's getting a great mentor or doing whatever you have to do to get there and get to that end result.
We see so many athletes have trouble controlling, holding on to their money. You have not only done that, but you have created a very successful business in your second career. Looking back, are there any mistakes that you made early on?
Well, I didn't always do a good job of holding on to my money. Coming out of high school at age 18 And I was in a space where I was taking care of my whole family. I had my whole family on a payroll like I was a big-time employer or something, right? And I was just a basketball player. Well, that came to an end after a couple of years, and you live and you learn, and you really figure out what you need to do at the end of the day. And if you're determined to figure that out and have a better situation for yourself later on, you will.
You played for both Larry Bird and Isaiah Thomas. Who was the better coach?
Why you gonna put me on? You can't put me on a spot like that. You can't put me on a spot like that. They both were phenomenal coaches in their own right.
How were they different?
They were different. I guess Isaiah, he wanted more control, so it was more of, he would create the vision of what he wanted the team to be like and what he wanted to do on the court with certain guys. Larry would give more leeway to his assistant coaches to help him make decisions and what to do and different plays and different things to do with the team as far as that. So
very interesting.
That's the difference.
Diplomatic answer from Jonathan Bender. I think people, when they see you and how tall you are, they just assume that you were a forward. But you were a guard. You were a scorer. When you look back on how you were able to do that, do you see shades of Kevin Durant?
Well, I don't compare myself to anybody else, but I think we have similarities when it comes down to our ball handling ability and as far as the ability to shoot the ball and the ability to score and, our athleticism as well. So I definitely can see some flashbacks of myself when I watch him play nowadays.
You were drafted with the intent that you would be the next Reggie Miller.
Reggie Miller.
There are people who are going to be drafted soon who we're going to call the next Kobe Bryant, the next Dirk Nowitzki. How much pressure comes with that?
I think in the beginning it's not real pressure until it's time, until like that guy you're supposed to replace is now really stepping down and they're like, okay, this is your team, right? But don't worry, just calm down, stay calm, but this is your team, right? It's that sort of thing. So it's a little bit of pressure, but like I said before, as long as they have a good bit of coaches and staff around that player and he has good support, he should be okay.
Jonathan Bender, congratulations, your second career, Med Pro. Get it if you have joint pain. You say doctors are approving this thing, they love it?
Absolutely. This was one of the first things I did. I went to one of the most respected doctors that work with us pro athletes, and I let him try it and use it, and he said, you have something magnificent on your hands. Once he told me that, I wasn't worried about too many other people. Once he told me that, it was pretty much a done deal. So
congratulations on a long playing career and also the success you found post-NBA.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And thanks for watching SI Now, powered by Ford. We'll see you back here tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern.